Okie dokie. So this is my creative solo project that I'm working on right now. I'm very excited about it, and I hope that I'll actually be able to do it one day because I think that this is a really cool idea, and I've been thinking about it for a really long time now. So this is my idea: is classic cartoons reimagined. So just move on here. So my plan is to create a series of short animations that are made exactly the same way or very similarly to classic cartoons that we all grew up watching. So I grew up watching Looney Tunes on this little DVD thing that we had, and I watched all the episodes. I have them memorized, and I watched all the Disney shows and all that stuff, and I always loved that style of animation, and it meant a lot to me. And I feel like in our modern society with modern cartoons, there's a lot of that missing. So I want to bring that back into people's lives. So that's my basic idea here is I'm going to do two little characters, and it's going to be a little chicken and a T-Rex. I'm going to draw up some sketches and see where that takes me with the character design and all that. I want them to be short, like the original Looney Tunes, and carry a funny story like the classic Disney cartoons did. But I also want them to have the same chaotic energy as the Looney Tunes cartoons did because they were just so fun to watch, and that's the whole point. So my modern inspiration that kind of pushed me to do this had a lot to do with Cartoon Network shows and like regular show and Nickelodeon shows like SpongeBob SquarePants. They're made with computer animation, but their earlier episodes were cell animated and hand drawn. And so you can really see a difference. I have an example here for the SpongeBob is this video is really interesting. Not all of it is applicable to what I'm talking about, but this little time slot here shows exactly what I'm talking about and why cell animation is such a pro to have in cartoons. This one is talking about regular show, which I just mentioned a second ago. This first clip here is the pilot episode, and it was hand drawn. And the characters are a lot more dynamic, and they have a lot more emotion, and their personalities really shine through a lot in just this short 1 minute clip. And then this is an episode from a lot later in the show, and it's not the same at all. And if you just watch those two little clips, you can really see it, and it really is a difference. And even looking at the SpongeBob video compared to these, it's very different. So the main challenge that I'm facing right now that's kind of holding me back at the moment is the materials. I would like to do it hand drawn on paper and figuring that out, but I don't know if I'll be able to at the moment because that stuff can be expensive. Even if I were to do cell animation digitally, which I wouldn't mind doing, it is still expensive, and I would still need to get specific programs and all that stuff, which is hard right now. But I'm confident that I'll be able to replicate a lot of the storylines and be able to have that fun like the original cartoons I'm going off of. This is an expert that I found, which is an amazing resource. He was an animator for Disney, and he did a lot of work on like The Jungle Book and Lion King and a bunch of other classic Disney cartoons and those Disney movies that we all like a lot. And this video, it is longer, but it's very interesting, and it's part of the research that I did to understand the medium of hand-drawn cell animation, those transition photos and or sketches that make this style so great. So overall, I really want to make this happen one day. Cell animation to me is very important, and I think it's really lost in our modern day, and I want to share it with everyone. I'm going to look more into the technology to see what I can come up with and what I can do with that, and then developing those characters and developing the storyline. Overall, I it means a lot to me. So there you go. That's all, folks.